Hello there, afternoon everybody. I was just a little bit late because I'm just waiting for YouTube to kind of get up and running. Oh, there we go, Lois and Shelley, hello to you. And hello to everyone on Facebook. We've got Jean and Gillian and Denise and Fran and Cindy and Dorothy and Haley and Sharon. Hi Lynette, hi Linda, hi Dominica. No, we haven't got Lisa today on YouTube. Both of her son and her daughter have both got flu, so she's grandchild sitting today. So she's rather busy. So no Lisa on Facebook. Raining and windy in Mablethorpe. It's windy, so apologies for if the door starts banging. Hello Deborah, hello Margaret, hello Sue. Now a special day today. Julie's picked up already, and a few of you have said happy birthday to my mum. My mum died 20 years ago when she was 80. She would have been 100 years old today, and I just thought because she is the lady that is ultimately responsible for me, she's the lady that is responsible for me sewing, that we'd have a bit of a celebration and a giveaway. So I have 100. There's more than £100 worth of books, honestly, but I thought we'll give £100 worth of books away, which Search Press have kindly donated. And I'll go through this again later on because I know a lot of you come on board later on. Hi Sharon, Janet, Tracy, hello to you too. The way that it's going to, let me show you the books first of all. The way that it's going to work, so I've got my honey and lemon because I've still got a sore throat, sorry about that, we'll make it that later on. The way that it's going to work, because I can only see so many of your comments at a time and they kind of disappear after a while. So the best way to do this is to go through it afterwards. Kim's got one of these apps where it generates names. So we put all of your names into the app and it comes up randomly with all of your names. So there are going to be 5 giveaways for Facebook and 5 giveaways for YouTube, and those are going to be for YouTube subscribers and for my Facebook followers. So if you're not a YouTube subscriber yet, subscribe, and if you're not a follower on Facebook, then please follow, and we're going to choose 5 people from each of those. And the books, there's quite a wide, they're all sewing books, obviously, but we've got Debbie von Grabler-Crozier, Overlocker Technique, same for the beginner, Beginner's Guide to Sewing Machine. I mean, some of these are, you know, they're $12.99. They're not the cheapest of books, $12.99 again. There's 10 books in total. That's a $12.99 book. This one is a $14.99 book. There's more than £100 worth of books. This one is $15.99, Patchwork Quilting and Applique, and the A to Z of Quilting. But there will be 10 books to give away, 5 for YouTube and 5 for Facebook. And I don't care where in the world you live. So just leave me a message, as you are doing, and Kim will, I'll put this into the app, and we'll just randomly pick 5 from YouTube and 5 from Facebook in the next few days. It may take a couple of days. Happy birthday to late mum. I know, she'd have hated it. She'd have hated being 100. She hated being 80. She'd have hated being 100. But yeah, we thought it was quite... we did have a birthday party, I think I said last week. It was my brother-in-law's 70th, and he was 30 years younger than my mum. They did meet before she died. She didn't quite make it to their wedding. But yeah, so anyway, that's what we're doing. I'll go through that again later on. And yeah, 100 years old. Oh, we were going to say about telegrams from the Queen, but they don't do that now, do they? Or you have to ask for them, apparently. Thanks, Dee. No, I thought it was really nice. They're all brand new books as well. So there's some... Megan would love to win a book. Lovely. Okay, thank you, Karen. Thanks. Yeah, 100 years old. Shouldn't hate it. So I'll go through that again in a bit. I've got a whole load of new fabric for you on the website, and we're going to make a little child's backpack type drawstring affair, which will be going on YouTube later on as well. I have filmed it, I just need to edit it and render it and put the whole thing together. So maybe later on this evening or tomorrow morning, but there will be a YouTube video for that as well. But that's what we're going to make later on today as well. She was I wouldn't want to be 100 years old. No, it'd be nice to be 100 years old and fit, but she certainly wasn't fit at 80. What would you have made her to celebrate? Oh, I don't know. She's a dressmaker, so maybe a new dress for her would have been nice. And Libby, I am going to show you loads of fabric, Libby. Loads of fabric coming up in a minute. So, no, Michelle, no, don't hide your credit card. We've got loads of fabric coming up. Tracy loved to win a book. Did a maker? No, it's actually a dress. I don't do a lot of dressmaking. I don't get time. I would love to. Hello, Rosemary in Mississippi. So again, leave me a comment. And it's for, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe. This is for subscribers. And church bells ringing. Oh, I wish they were, Linda. They ring every hour. They're always late. And on YouTube, please follow. I know a lot of you watch, but if you click the, I don't know, how does it work? You click the follow. Click the follow. And it's one of those Easter hot bags for Easter gifts. Do you know, Linda, I don't know what she'd feel about this, because when my mum died, there wasn't social media, there wasn't Facebook or anything like that. I mean, this is 20 years ago. I don't know how she'd feel. She'd probably love it. She's one of those that would have liked the attention, but didn't admit to liking the attention. But she was incredibly talented. She used to paint. She painted in oil. She could watercolor paint. She wrote the most amazing poetry, and some rather naughty limericks as well, I have to say. Hello, Jack from India. But she was really smart. She could outsmart Carol Vorderman when they were doing Countdown. She was really quick off the mark, my mum. Yeah, we'll have a drink and a toast to her later on. It would have been. We wanted to have a big old get together with the whole family, but we had the party for my brother-in-law's 70th and Mum's 100th last week. My eldest son's in Puerto Rico, South America. He's on holiday. I know it's hot and everything on the beach. I'm quite envious of him. Probably Helene. She was a jolly good ditty writer, I have to say, with my mum. There were some very naughty ditties there, but she did some really beautiful poetry as well. You don't appreciate it at the time, do you? Marita, anyone that leaves a comment is entered for a book. So I know there's going to be quite a few hundred of you, but oh, Carol's just home from hospital after. Are you okay? Are you all right now? Carol just had a stroke. Oh my gosh. Oh, at least you're home. That's good, isn't it? Oh gosh. But no, but Bobbin doesn't come out in the wind and the rain. She's a bit of a wuss where that's concerned. Hello, Annies. Hello, Sally Ann. Yeah, I was going to show you some pictures of my mum, and I couldn't upload them for some reason. She was lovely. Have you seen me on? No, I haven't, Jilly. I'll have a look on that later on. Oh no, Lynn's tested positive. Have you got any symptoms? Are you all right? Mum was the same way, very talented. Died 3 months. Oh no, she died 3 months ago. 96 is a good old age, isn't it? Lisa's not here today, Christine. Her son and her daughter have both got the flu, so she's looking after the grandchildren today. So she's not going to be with us today. She might be back by Saturday. And she's lovely. She does apologise. I'm so sorry I let you down. Oh, for goodness sake, there's more important things than a bit of live chat, isn't there? Thanks, DM. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I'm glad you like everything. Thanks, Jeannie. Oh, I wish we could do more, Liz, to be honest. What a fabulous way to celebrate your mum. But, you know, it's a bit personal, isn't it? Because nobody knows my mum but me and my sister, obviously. Is anybody wielding the hammer? No, Lois. We're let loose. We have no blue spanners. 100 books for 100 years. £100 worth of books, which is not 100 books, but £100 worth of books. So there's probably 10 books. 10 books. That sounds like $10, doesn't it, if you're in America? Ruby and Coco won't go outside. So Bobbin's funny. I think, did I say this? She hates the rain. She'll go into a river, she'll jump into the duck pond, but water coming from above is a little bit alien to our Bob. So she will not go out in the rain. She will be literally cross-legged all day, all night. She will not go out in the rain. But she got up the other night to go and scratch at the door to go out, and it was raining. So she went round to another door just to see if it was raining at that door as well. So it was. So didn't go. I think she would, Linda. I think I was brought up in one of those families where they didn't give a lot of praise. You didn't get compliments. You never told you were pretty as a kid or anything like that, or well done or anything like that. But I do know when I started modelling and I won the beauty contest and all that sort of thing years ago, and I started acting. Particularly when I was in Crossroads, she used to love Crossroads. She'd boast to the neighbours about me. She wouldn't tell me she was boasting, but she would boast to the neighbours. I knew she was proud. She just didn't want me to know that I knew. Angie's mum would have been 72. She passed 20 years ago. That's young, Angie. Yeah, thank you, Denise. Sounds like her. She hates going out in the wind and the rain. She doesn't mind the snow though, Sylvia. Snow's fine. They know from above, from below, wherever it's snow, it's not rain. Sally Ann's mum was just like that. Maybe it was the age. They didn't like to build up any kind of ego or you're showing off. You're just showing off. They didn't like that, did they? Hello, Helen in the Isle of Man. I'll put a picture of my mum on Facebook later on when I can upload it. She was lovely. Hello, Amanda, for the first time watching. Welcome along. Windy in Glasgow, says Carol. Anyway, I'm going to show you lots of fabric, whether you like it or not, because we've been shopping. So that's what we're going to make in a bit. And again, if you don't want to listen to all the chat, or you just want to make the bag, it will be on YouTube, hopefully later on tonight. It's been, yeah, I still need to edit it. It's been a rather busy day today. Rainfall is like a dog's ears. Oh, is that what it is, Olive? Didn't know that. Right. So we'll do that in a minute. If you have just joined us, we're busy today, aren't we? We've got 400 on Facebook and 321 on YouTube. Ooh. That's something that I said, ooh, that advert does make me smile. Anyway, so if you just joined us, hello. We're going to give away over £100 worth of books. It'll take a couple of days to go through everything and get them out. So, and what we need to do, if I give you a list of the names that we pick, so there'll be 5 books on YouTube and 5 books on Facebook. If I list your names, I can message you on Facebook, but I can't on YouTube. So I'm going to I'll put a post with all of your names there. And in fact, if you're a subscriber on YouTube, I'll drop you a message, but you need to subscribe. So if I put a list of names there, can you please then get in contact with me? I will leave the email address actually in the description. Should have done. YouTube says 404 views. Oh get paid a fortune if I did that advert, wouldn't I? 404. Wow, that's a bit more than I've got here. Yeah, it'll be the enquiries at debbieshawsewing.com. I'll put the details on there afterwards. We're not going to do the draw today. It'll be over the next couple of days because I know not everybody watches live. And Simone's just subscribed to YouTube. Thank you. So yeah, not everybody watches live, so I want to give everybody a chance to get hold of the books. I've got 10 books at the moment that are on average 12, 13, 15 pounds each. There may well be more books. Just need to find what I've done with them, to be honest. Where am I going to put this lot down? They're heavy. Let's put them down there. Oh. But you need to subscribe to YouTube, or you need to be a follower on Facebook. Are you ready for these new fabrics? What I have to show you. Hello, Pat in Canada. Nice to see you. And Kathleen in Northern California. We are all over the place, don't you know? Whose hubby's just come in? A tree's fallen. Oh no! Oh no, tree's fallen in the drive. Andrew, go supervise and then come back if you can. Hello Paulette, Sylvia, sorry if I miss anybody, we've got loads of comments. Thank you, Leanne. Right. Grace lost her mum in 2007. She's only 74. My dad was only 71 when it's no age now, is it? Carol would love to say she's in the Caribbean, but she's not. She's in Kent. Right. Now then, blank table for a second. We have some new lightweight canvas fabrics, and we've only got 2 colours for you at the moment. You know what I'm going to do is to just get the website on my phone so I can see what they've literally only gone on today, so I can see what colours they are called. So do bear with me for just 1 second if you don't mind. Let me just refresh this. The canvas is it's not a really thick heavy canvas, but it's durable enough if you wanted to make a bag, if you wanted to make a seat cover. It's a really strong fabric, but it's quite fluid, so it's also ideal if you wanted to make a jacket. These are, so they're brand new. We've only got the 2 colours at the moment, but there will be more coming hopefully as well, so we'll let you know about that. I can't see them on the new in at the moment, so I'm just refreshing my screen. So there's like the mossy green colour, and then you've got this gorgeous red as well. Sorry about this, I'm scrolling through the new in and I can't see them. And I know Kim's only just put everything on because she's been up here while she was doing it. So while we have a look, oh, there we go. We've got loads of planes coming in as well, which is really nice. Where's the canvas? Oh, I didn't bring the buttons down to show you. We've got some Tilda buttons. There we go. It's £4.50 for half a metre, and it's just red. It's looking at the colour. It's just red, and I think that's 140 wide, but it's really lovely. We're going to be getting some more in of these as well. It's a really nice quality of fabric. But again, if you're bag making, that is absolutely perfect. Or if you're going to hello Solveig in Norway, cooking dinner and stuff. Oh, a glass of red wine, lovely. So that's those 2. Then on to the prints. Look, all brand new for you today. This is really pretty. It's like a really bright pink. That would make a nice lining, wouldn't it? That's lovely. Let's see what that's. So I don't know what they're all called. Floral berries, and then there's a poplin in the dark pink. That's £3.75 for half a metre, and again that's 140 wide. So it's quite a nice wide fabric. This one I think you're going to love. We've got strawberries, and that's another poplin. That's 112 wide. And you know, I was saying, say a lot. I say a lot, don't I? I do say a lot. It's the Liverpool City Football Cup. Oh, okay. I don't know what. Oh, the red. I don't normally buy. I wouldn't normally buy plain fabric, a pattern fabric without a plain to go with it, because even if I'm dressmaking, it may be a collar or a placket or a cuff or something like that in a contrast. And if I'm bag making, it could be a lining, and it's just nice. You know, if you're patchworking, you want more than one print anyway, so it's always nice to have a plain or a blender to go with a print. And with the strawberries, it was quite nice actually, because we've just had, it's not new, it's a restock of the spot poplin, and when I put those 2 together, they just match perfectly. So I'm imagining, let's move that one out of the way, and you know, a bag and a lining. If you make the drawstring bag that we're going to make later on for a grown-up, then a flap in this and the fabric in that, I just think would look amazing. I think that's, the 2 of them go together like they were meant to be together, which they weren't. They're different manufacturers and everything, but they do happen to go very well. Now the fabric that I'm going to be using, brand new on the website today, is Fisher Price, and we've got 3 prints for you. I love the stripy one. I love all of them. So apologies for the door banging. I have to leave it open in case bobbing comes down, but it's getting rather windy out there at the moment. So these, I can't see them on the website at the moment because we've got so much I need to open more than one page. There you go, £5.50 for half a metre. So we've got Watch Me Grow Pale Blue, Watch Me Grow Kind Words, and Watch Me Grow Animal Friends, and the quality of these is just lovely. These are for personal use because they're licensed by Fisher-Price, of course, so you won't be able to sell what you're making with them. But those are fabulous. But we've also got some new plains. So I'm not going to go through all of the colours of these, but do take a look on the website to see the names of them. There's loads of them. This one is Sugar Coral. That goes perfectly. And we've got things like the Green Spot Blender. That goes perfectly. So like for my bag, I'm just going to use the Apricot Orange for the lining, but you could use the coral, you could use the green. There's so many. You could use turquoise. Let's have a look at turquoise. This is turquoise poplin, but the two go together really well. But they just match everything. Everything goes together really, really well. Actually, if you're doing a quilt, all of these put together would look fabulous. And then this is a poplin as well. That's the pin spot poplin, which doesn't go with the turquoise, but it does go with all of the printed fabrics as well. So if you're going to go for any of the Fisher-Prices, I think those are the three. Maybe a red would look good as well. We do have a red plain cotton. These are new. I've just seen those before. Oh gosh. Oh, Gary, if you're watching, can you come and sort my door out for me? But again, these aren't new on the website, but if you have a look under the plains and the poplins, we've got lots of these, but we've got a lot of new plains for you as well. I'll take you through those in just a second. Let me move these out of the way. I can't actually get to the door to stop it banging, so I'm so sorry about that. So again, sometimes I don't think he's watching today, but sometimes Gary's watching and he'll listen and come and sort my door out for me, please. Got loads to show you. Are you ready? How do you get the website? Amanda, it is debbieshawsewing.com. Oh, hi Caroline. Mum loves sewing too. She had a Heavy Jones machine. I can't remember what my mum had sewing machine wise, to be honest. Oh, do pop over to the website. We've got loads on there. Show us your quilt when it's finished, Deirdre, won't you? Yeah, it is very windy here. I am worried about the roof. More to show you. This is a lovely one. It's, well, they all are. We don't have fabric that isn't lovely. We've got dragonflies. Look, let me see if I can find that on the website. No, not off. Not. It's not there straight away. It'll be there somewhere. So if you look under new in, there's quite a few pages because we've got quite a lot of new. Now to go with this one, this is a new yellow. We had the sunshine yellow previously. This one's a little bit more golden, and it's called citrus yellow. But it matches really well with these. And actually, oh, now this one, it's like a deep aqua colour. Can't get any more of that. We bought the lot from the wholesalers and we can't get any more. But that colour is just amazing, isn't it? And that one is aqua green. It is beautiful. And that goes as well. But red, in fact, the sugar coral would go with that one too. They all match really well. And the red, and navy would go as well. There are loads that would go with that one. Now you know the rainbow, sorry about the door, the rainbow tartan that we had, can't get that again at the moment. That's completely out of stock everywhere. And we do have a new tartan for you, but it's pastels. And it's a real, I love the selvage on this tartan. So it's the same quality of fabric as the rainbow tartan that you've had before. Same lovely selvage. But this time we've got pastel. That goes nice, doesn't it? That goes, actually the coral would go nice with that as well. Both of those would. Look lovely. So that's the pastel rainbow tartan. And let me show you what I've dropped Harry Potter. Oh no, we can't have Harry Potter on the floor. Bear with me a second. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Ellen's mum passed 43 years ago. Oh. So that's that one. Oh, let me show you Harry Potter. I'm talking about Harry Potter that I just dropped on the floor. So this one's brand new again. I was watching a Harry Potter film the other night. I'd like Harry Potter. Gary can't stand it. So that's the Hogwarts Harry Potter. And I just thought the black pin spot cotton, and this one isn't new. It's a poplin, but the two go together really well. So if if you've got just black, yes, we do cream fabric, but if you wanted something with a little bit of texture, then go for that one. Go for the pin spot black to go with your Harry Potter. I have a new favourite. Zebras. Look at these chaps, aren't they fab? So it's non-directional fabric, and it's like a really, really deep blue in the background. I would go for cream to go with this one. We don't have a blue that matches. The Confederate doesn't match exactly with that one, and that is, I've got that on the website. I think that was one of the newest ones, maybe not. Nah, can't see it. But again, that's on website. And then this one is the Geometric Leaves. That's a cotton poplin. That would make a nice lining, wouldn't it? My daughters went crazy at the sight of Harry Potter or Dominica. Yeah, I've got granddaughters a little bit like that. I know, Kelly. I was watching just one of the later ones. I was quite surprised how violent it was, to be honest. I haven't seen all of them. My daughter-in-law's a mad Harry Potter fan. Oh, thanks, Patty. Get confused and more Harry Disney fabric available not to yourself. What's the license with these now? It's the same as with the Disney. They don't like you to make things to sell. They like you to make things for personal use. How they know, I don't know, but that's what they say. So that's what we have to go with. Right, that's all the patterned fabric, but we have a whole selection. Oh gosh, that wind! Of brand new plains. I'm not going to go through all of the colours and what they're called at the moment, but this is basically all the new plains that we've picked up yesterday. A lot of them we can't get again. We've got the last of the stock. We've bought them out. We had the lot. So these again are all brand new. Purple's lovely. We don't do a bright pink. We do these in poplin, but this is the first time we've had them in cotton. And then we've got a white, and we've also got a black back in stock as well. So that's the new range. But if you want plain fabric, then do have a look on the website, because we've got probably 4 times this amount of lots of different colours. So you should be able to find something to go with everything that you have. Right, 57 this year, and love Harry Potter. Angela, I'm a lot older than you, and I love it as well. Yeah, it's useful, isn't it, Elaine? No matter how much pattern fabric you buy, I have more than the patterned in my collection than I do the more of the plains than I do the pattern, because you just have to have them to go with everything, don't you? Talking to each other. Kim has an amazing eye. Who's that? Who said that? Sarah. I know, she is brilliant. We go around that. Well, she goes around the wholesalers. I just let her loose, open up my boot, and then fill it up with fabrics and bring them back again. Hello, Stephanie in Georgia. What website do we visit? So let me type that up for you. See, Lisa normally does this for me. So it is www.debbieShawsewing.com. It is in the details, actually. Oh, hello, sweetie. Hello, I didn't know you were out and about. It's raining and windy and everything, and you're outside, you brave girl. Let me put that on YouTube as well. And to remind you that Lisa normally does for me. Hang on, can't type and talk at the same time. If you're a Half Yard Club member, you get 10% discount on anything on the website. Even items that are in the sale, you get 10% discount on top of that. So that's just to let you know. So yeah, it's debbieshawsewing.com. I meant all talking to each other. I love it when you have a chat. Hello, Barbara. Good afternoon. No, the plains aren't in a bundle, Gina. They're all available by the ½ metre. ½ metre is the smallest length that we do. Leslie loves Harry Potter and will be 75 on Saturday. Well, join us on Saturday and we'll sing you a happy birthday, Leslie, on Saturday. Lorraine, we were looking for Union Jack bunting. Everywhere seems to have been sold out because I wanted to make some bunting. Dog's pretending to be asleep, so I don't take mind. Oh, she doesn't mind the wind. She's out there now. It's just the rain. Whose birthday? Oh, Katrine's on birthday on Saturday as well. Oh, come back on Saturday. Thank you, Faye. Could you show on what type of fabrics, what's best to use for what? I'm going to do a little bit of these on our Instagram. Do you do Instagram? We have an Instagram page for the website, Debbie Shaw Sewing, and I've got my Instagram page as well. We're going to start doing some short videos explaining about the fabrics and what they are. All of these plains they're homespun, they're craft or quilting cotton weight, so perfect for quilting, but if you wanted to use them for dressmaking or bag linings or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. Poplin's a little bit finer, so the spot fabric that's a poplin, isn't it? It's a little bit smoother to touch because the threads are a little bit finer, but there's more of them. So you can still quilt with that, but that's nice for dressmaking because it's got a nice drape to it as well. So that's the main difference. I know, Carol, we were at the wholesalers yesterday with a boot full of fabric, but no. Try elephant in my handbag. They have supplied. Oh, there you go then. Thanks, Lorraine. Yeah, we just couldn't get hold of them. I'm glad you like the fabric, Patricia. Should we do some sewing? Should we do that? So don't forget, if you wanted to be in with a chance of winning one of those 10, there's more than 10 books. I think I've got about 15 books, so there's probably £200 worth of books to give away. You need to subscribe to my YouTube channel or be a follower on Facebook if you don't mind. Cheryl uses Instagram for all crafting pictures. Hello, Sarah. Carol should be working this time of night. It's 25 to 5. We better get some sewing. We've been half an hour. We haven't done any sewing yet. Poplin is cotton, Sylvia. There's just different types of cotton. So the quilting weight of cotton is normally a little bit of a looser weave, so it's easier to hand sew. It feels a little bit firmer than poplin. Poplin is cotton, but it's got the finer thread, so it's smoother, so it drapes a little bit nicer. You can still use both for both. A lot of the time you don't feel any difference between one and the other, but generally the poplin's a little bit finer thread. Lawn is finer still. Lawn I wouldn't use for quilting unless you really not for quilting. You could use it for bag making and stuff like that, but it needs to be interfacing on the back of it because lawn has a really lovely drape to it, but that's perfect for dressmaking as well. Sarah, no, I haven't seen your message. I don't know why to be honest, I haven't started writing my smocking book yet, Deborah. The fabric of my dress. No, I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember where I got this from. Might have been a Marks and Spencer's. I don't do a lot of dressmaking. So I was talking to somebody and I forgot. Oh no, I haven't seen your message. With Facebook and YouTube, I don't pick up my messages every day. I have hundreds, as you can probably imagine. If you email me on the website on the debbieshawsewing.com, the info@one, then you probably get a reply quicker. But it does take me a while to get back to your messages, I'm afraid. I have so many questions, and how do I do this and how do I do that and what do I use this for? It takes me weeks sometimes to get around to them. There's hundreds of them. Hope for shipping go down. It's expensive. Are you in India? It is. That's not us. It is expensive to ship abroad, I'm afraid. Difficult without a pattern, Debbie. We haven't got any patterns at the moment. Patricia, probably, yes, probably. Anyway, we're going to make a bag. We're going to be. Are you all right for time? Because we're going to be here for ages tonight. In Balloch, I don't know where that is, Avril. Not far from me. I've not heard of that one. Ray's getting blown away in Ayrshire. We're running out of continuous zips, actually, Rosina. I'll ask him to have a look at it. Anyway, should we do some sewing? So, if you weren't watching at the beginning, we're going to make this, and it's just a little bag using the Fisher Price, isn't it, fabric, and I'm using all three of them, and I've put an orange lining in there as well. And again, I have filmed this, but I need to edit it, so it's not going to be on YouTube for well, hopefully later on tonight if I can get around to it. So I've used the three fabrics. I'll put all the measurements on YouTube. Donna, you don't have to register for the giveaway. As you've left a comment, then that's fine. What Kim does is put all of these into an app where it automatically generates names. So I'm not going to go through and pick people. It will all be automatically generated, so that I think that's fairer. And the door's shut, thank goodness. Thanks, Anne. So you've left your comments, so you're in there. I mean, the more comments that you leave. Yes, Sarah, my door's banging like mad, but it just seems to have shut itself, so I think we're going to be okay. Right, so yeah, a little backpack, and it's got a drawstring top, so that does that, and that draws up, and then the flap comes over, and that pocket doesn't actually have a magnetic snap. You could put a little bit of Velcro on there if you like, but that just the flap on its own is going to stop things falling out of it, so I didn't think it really needed it. And I've used, oh, banging again, sorry about that. And then we've got the piping cord, which you could use ribbon instead, if you wanted to, instead of the piping cord, but I've got lots of piping cord, so I thought that would be fine. And you can make this to measure as well. I mean, you can change the size of it. I'm only using rectangles. But if you wanted to lengthen or shorten the straps on that, depending on the size of said child, then of course you can do that as well. So this is the Fisher Price licensed fabric that we have brand new on the website for you today. So let's get sewing. So I've already cut out the pieces because you don't want to see me do that. So these are the two outer sections. I'll give them a quick measure now in inches. But again, if where's my tape measure? If you have a look on YouTube later on tonight or maybe in the morning, then I'll put the measurements in inches and in centimetres on there as well. And my mini iron, Peggy, is a prim mini iron. We've got these on the website and at a very competitive price, have to say. And we've got the silicone little stands for them as well. Hello, Carvex. Hello.
Has your door been banging?
My door's banging like really noisy. Can you? Oh,
I was making you hot chocolate, but it's hot.
Oh, thank you. Can you sort my door out?
I will. I'll shut it.
Thank you. Is my dog inside?
Yes.
Thank you. Door sorted then. Oh, that is hot. I love a hot chocolate. So right, let me measure this for you. So the outer, the measurements in centimetres and in inches will be on YouTube, so have a look out later on. So I've got 14 inches down by 11 inches across. Now on the outer pieces, I've put Linda G700 interfacing. I didn't want it to be too stiff, so I didn't use the H 640. I can't remember the name. 640 and 630, like the fusible fleece that I use a lot. I thought that might be too much because you've got the gathering around the top, and that would make it quite difficult to gather. But I thought the cotton on its own wouldn't be quite substantial enough. So the G700 is like it's woven. It's a woven cotton interfacing, and it's like having two layers of cotton together. So it's in. Oh, Debbie, you and your Baileys, for goodness sake. So it gives it a little bit of firmness, but it'll still gather around the top, which is why I'm using that one. So I've got two pieces for the outer bag. I've got two pieces for the lining, so I'm using the orange. These are the pre-cut orange fabric pieces, but remember the new fabrics go really well with this as well. Or I could have used that green spot blender, which would work really nicely. So that's the lining. Then I have one piece of fabric that I'm going to use for the pockets, so I've folded it in half. And this measures, I can't remember. Let's have a look. Just in case you're taking note, 12 inches by the same width, which is 11 inches across. And that's going to fold in half. That's going to make my pocket here. For the flap on this one, I've got 2 pieces of fabric. I'm going to round the corners of those, and I haven't used interfacing on these. I didn't think it needed it. So these are 8 inches across, and they measure 4.5 inches deep, so 2 of those. And then the flap that's going to go over the front of the bag, I have put G700 on one piece of this, and that measures 8 inches across this way by 6 inches down. But again, don't worry about taking all of those measurements in, because they will be on YouTube, on the description box underneath the video. Is Eve not very well? Oh no, definitely. Going to make a call to make up bad but under the weather, not COVID since then. Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon, Eve. Let's hopefully we'll cheer you up a little bit today. So love watching you do. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Oh, hi, Nancy. You feel another order coming up. We send so much fabric to Colorado, you wouldn't believe. With waterproof lining is a nice idea, Maud. We haven't got any waterproof fabric at the moment. Wonder what I do right. You get frustrated being able to cut the way others do. I missed the original message there. Sorry about that. I use my rotary cutter, ruler and mat for everything, practically, which I did with this earlier on. I spent the afternoon. Oh, sorry, missed that one. Let me just go back again. My grandchildren. Oh, sorry, missed the comment. Easter fabric's a nice idea. Present for the grandchildren. It's a great idea, and it's really quick. I mean, it's not quick today because I'm talking so much, but when you have a look at the YouTube video, it's actually a very quick make. Oh, no, have I got those magnetic snaps? I always worry I haven't brought everything down with me. Hello, little ones. I am going to use a magnetic snap on the flap, and I've only got a 14-inch one, so I would normally use an 18, but there you go, it doesn't really matter the size. No. So we'll make the pocket up first of all. So let me move everything else out of the way. And I'm going to round off the corners here. So that's the flap. And I'm just going to use my ribbon reel. It doesn't really matter if it's about 3 or 4 inches across, then that's fine. And I'm just using that as a template to draw around the curved corners. And we'll snip those off. So I'm cutting through both layers of fabric there. So nice and curvy curves. So again, I haven't put a snap on the flap. I didn't think it needed it, but if you wanted to, then of course you feel free. So the flap pieces are going to be sewn right sides together from about here all the way around. So I'm going to leave a turning gap of a couple of inches in the top there, and then with the pocket, let's flip this over, and we're going to sew right sides together just across the top. If you wanted to pin this, feel free. I don't know what happened to my camera there, it seems to have switched off, so sorry about that. That's the one that points at the needle normally. Are you watching, Gary? My camera's switched off, so you won't be able to see a close-up of that, but I'm literally just going to sew across the top of the pocket. I'll show you that in a second. It's not the end of the world that I don't have my camera's working. Made my grandson's bags like these. Made the flap on one a dog and the other a robot. That's a nice idea. Oh, I bet they love those. Kaz. Oh, Andrew's just had a wisdom tooth. Ooh, right. So again, this one with the flap, leave a gap in the side there. Oh, I wish I had the camera switched on. I don't know what happened there. It's a bit temperamental, that one. Quite small stitches, so I'm on 2.2 on this machine, and as you go around the curves, just make sure your stitches are nice and curvy, because you'll see that as the shape of the flap on the right side. I'll show you better in a minute. There we go. So let's snip off the corners, as one does. I'm going to trim up to the seam around the curve. Pinking shears would work well if you have them around there, and snip off that corner. And then we'll turn this the right side out. Oh, Eileen, I don't do my VAT. I'll leave that for the accountant to do. Worth every penny.
Did I hear a camera turned off?
Yeah, we have got a camera turned off.
Didn't you want it?
I do want it. It's this one here. It's camera 3. There's my turn. There's my turning. So I'll just push out the points. No, still not there. And then the curves. So push out the point. Oh, look at that! I missed a bit. Better do that again, hadn't I? Let me just turn that back again. I've sewed a little bit close to the edge. Well, that's no good, is it? Let's just do this one again. And then we'll turn the right side out. That's better. Let's push that through. So we haven't actually got these in stock at the moment, but they are on order, but they're really useful for pushing out the pointy bits with the pointy end. And then on the round end, you can push out the curved bits. And I'll iron that in a minute as well. And then with the larger part of the pocket, we'll just turn this through. Anne says you're a love, you're definitely a keeper.
Thanks, Anne.
I've done it on this one as well, look, I've got a gap there.
I haven't got it working yet.
Not paying attention. Yes, yeah, so it might be a keeper, Anne, but he hasn't got it working. That's better. And then we'll turn the right side out. Andrew, making a backpack, a child's backpack. I'll show you in a second. Then we'll turn that through, and then let's get my ironing board. We're making this, Andrew. A little drawstring backpack with the new Fisher Price fabrics that we have on the website. Are we on? We're not on. Oh, Janet, there's always mistakes. Don't believe anybody who says that they're so perfectly first time. Well, I don't. Anyway, happens, doesn't it? Oh, Christina's granddaughter's birthday at the end of March. I think we're on. Oh, thank you very much. We're a little bit dark, but we're on. So I'm going to fold this so that the seam slightly sits on the other side. So I'm not worried about lining up the seam exactly on the top. And it's non-directional fabric, so it doesn't really matter which way round this is on both sides. Obviously, if you've got a directional fabric, make sure that the direction is on the side that's facing up. And we'll give that one a quick press. And then the same with the flap. So seam is on the edge this time. Let's press all the way around. And I'm just going to fold in the top bits here. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we're good, thank you. Thank you.
I'm a keeper then.
You're a keeper.
What, a goalkeeper?
Not a goalkeeper. A me keeper. Not a beekeeper.
Not a beekeeper.
Right, so we press that in there. And just press that over. And then, oh, I think that is pressing out a little bit more, doesn't it? That doesn't look very, very curvy. That's better. Like it to be symmetrical. Okay, and then with the flap, I'm going to top stitch around the bottom 3 sides, and with the pocket, I'm going to top stitch just across the top. So let us do this. With the right camera angle now, and I'm sewing about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, maybe 1/4 of an inch, doesn't really matter. And then we'll go straight on to sewing around the pocket flap. And again, if you are going to put a magnetic snap or a bit of Velcro on there, kind of need to be doing that now, or a button. a button and an elastic bungee would work really well, but I don't really think it needs it. The flap's just going to stop things falling out of the pocket. I think that's fine. You do actually, Angela, sometimes if you make a mistake and you have to start all over again, it works out better second time around. I've had this discussion with Kim quite a few times when, oh, I've got to start all over again. So it all seems better. Frustrating, but it all seems better the next time around. Right, let's let's put this onto the front of the bag. So let's plop that there. I'm just going to measure actually because I can't remember. I want to do the same as I did on the YouTube video and I can't remember how far up I put the pocket. So let me just re-measure that. Apologies. That would have been 2.5 inches. Okay. 2.5 inches from the bottom. And then just sit that so that it's straight. And then the flap is going to go just above there in the center. So again, we can use a ruler to make sure that's equidistant from each side and straight across the top, which that just happens to be. And then we can hold that with a few pins. Plop. Jennifer, yes, I suppose you could plop it on there. Okay, then I'm going to sew straight across the top here, and that's where the opening was. See, I could have fussy cut that, couldn't I? That's where the opening is there. I pattern matched it. And then sew straight across the bottom here, and I'm just going to put a few stitches within the seam allowance at the side to hold the pockets in place while we construct the whole of the rest of the bag. So first of all, across the top of the pocket. Quite close to the edge, that's going to close the turning gap closed as well, and remember to backstitch because that'll help strengthen the seam. And then, oh thank you, Adelia, what a lovely name. This will be on YouTube, remember, later on as well. Hopefully if I get it finished tonight, I shall do my best. So if you just want the instructions for the bag, then do watch it. It doesn't work all the time apparently, I don't know why. But if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you should get a notification when things go live, but apparently it doesn't always work. Just for most people, but it doesn't always work apparently. So Kim was telling me. Cheryl, it's nice fabric, isn't it? It's great for kids, this one. It's Fisher Price, brand new. But yeah, so if you subscribe, a popper on the part, it would do that, Jean, that's a good idea, yeah. Then you'll get a notification when the video goes live. You should get a notification when the video goes live, which again, hopefully will be later on tonight. If I can stay down here long enough to edit the thing. Right, so that's what the front of my bag's looking like so far. Let's make up the main flap. So this is going to be the flap that goes from the back to the front to fasten the thing. And just like with the pocket, I'm going to round off the corners. If you're going to go for the stripy fabric, you can't guarantee with a print that the stripe is going to be perfectly straight, but I could have cut that straight if I'd have tried harder. Deborah, as they used to say in school, could try harder. So round off the corners again using my ribbon reel. Oh, Jane's just ordered the fabrics to make a grandson a bag. How lovely. Actually, my grandson and granddaughters would like this one. Can't go wrong. I mean, the colours are just lovely, aren't they? So just like before. Oh no, we need to put the snap on here, don't we? So this is the uninterfaced piece. So I've got one piece that's got the G700 on the back, this one doesn't, but I am going to put, actually, let me find a little scrap of the stuff. This is the G700, look, it's woven, so it's just like another piece of cotton, and the rough side has the glue on it. So I'm just going to snip a bit of that off and put it behind where my snap's going to go, just to strengthen that a little bit. can use steam with this as well, works really well. So let's do that. So again, let's fold this in half. So I'm going to use the thinner part of the snap on the flap, which is that one. Again, normally use a bigger one, but these are all I could find today. So if you take your snap back, the back of your snap, and we're going to put that about 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres from the edge. We don't want to go too close because there will be a seam allowance here. And place the hole over the centre and just draw a little line through each side. I know you might have seen this a million times before. And then I'm going to make a snip into those two bits. Push the prongs of the snap through. Place the back over here and squish these open. Oh, Stella, I've cured your headache. Mind you, that might just because we've been here for so long. Your headache's passed. Then we'll have these two pieces right sides together. And I'm just going to sew around the bottom 3 sides. Hello, Jackie. Better late than never. Welcome along. So again, nice to take your time around the curves. Stick a few pins in if you like, because this seam is going to form the shape of the flap, so you want it to be nice and neat. And the reason I put the snap 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres away from the edge is so that I can get my presser foot around there. There we go. And then we'll, oh hello Mary in Ohio. Let's snip this back to the curve. Just on the curved side, don't have to go all the way around. And then we'll turn this the right side out. Julie just bought some whoa, hang on a minute, you've gone. There's so many comments coming, it just keeps scrolling through. Remember to leave a comment if you wanted to be in with a chance of winning one of those 10 books. Just bought some fabric on the website. What do I put in for the discount being in the half a metre club? It's a half yard club, Joy. If you remember the half yard club, if you go to the half yard club website and look under about me, you'll have a code there. It's in capital letters. Then you need to make a note of that code. When you go to the Debbie Shaw Sewing website, there's a coupon box where on the right hand side of the page where it tells you the amount that you've spent. Underneath that will be enter promo code or coupon, and that's where you put your membership, and you'll get a 10% discount on anything that you order there. If you've already placed an order and you didn't put membership in there, let me know, drop me an email, and I'll refund that for you. Right, so let's give that a press. But yeah, you get 10% off everything if you're a half yard club member. Even the sales stuff, everything, brand new to everything. Right, let's get back down there. Thank you, Helene. We didn't get compliments either. Apparently there's, yeah, I used to get that. We never got compliments as a kid. Mine get loads, continually, every day. Excited to make a tote bag, says Sabina from a few years back. Yeah, have a look back through my channel. If you get some of the videos are questionable, but they're all there from 11 years ago even. And you know, I can't take the music off when I used to put music on, so sorry about that. But there's about 250 videos. All kinds of stuff, needle felting, all kinds of stuff on there. So yeah, if you need a project, then do take a look back through my channel. I've got loads of stuff. So that's that. Making a backpack, Leanna, and on the other side I've got the snap on that side there. Okay, this needs to go on the back of the bag with the snap facing upwards, right in the middle. So again, let's take our ruler, and so I've just made you all disappear. Just bear with me a second. There we go. And just make sure that those are the same distance from each side, which they are. And let's have a couple of pins in here. And I'm just going to sew close to the edge, so within the seam allowance, just across the top, just to hold that in place. Julie says she loves the lives, good chat and feel good vibe plus lovely project. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate your comments, you know. I don't get to read all of them, and I do have a look back after we've finished, but as you can see there are hundreds, so I apologise if I miss anybody. But it's so nice. It was so nice to know that you're there, to be honest. But it's so nice to hear from you. Because we're like mates, aren't we? We get our regulars twice a week. No Lisa today, Leanna. She's her son and her daughter have both got the flu, so she's been looking after the grandchildren while they're not very well. Hopefully she'll be back again on Saturday. She does apologise. Hello, Lynn. Got lots of projects thanks to the book. So good to follow. Thank you. We do sell these, Nikki. I think we've got stock. That's 12" by 6" rule. It's a really handy size. A bag for her riding boots. Oh, might need to be a little bit bigger than this one, I think. But you can adjust the size. Winter storming here in Colorado. 5 to 8 inches of snow. Oh, well, you're not going out the house, are you, Nancy? So you may as well get on with some sewing. Yes, I do have tutorials on fabric storage boxes. Have a look on my YouTube channel, Sarah. There's some quite recent ones in there. Right. Raina, thank you. Again, it will be on YouTube. Hopefully later on today. Maybe tomorrow. It takes... Oh, it's dark out. Dark quickly. It takes a long time to actually film things, edit them, render them, upload them. Anyway. So that's that. Now we're going to take the lining and pop that on there. And sew straight across the top. And the same with the front of the bag. That goes on there. And sew straight across the top. So, using the edge of my foot or around about 1/4 inch or 6mm seam allowance, doesn't have to be exact. So straight across here. Thank you, Julie. I'm glad you're loving them. Don't forget to, if you're one of the silent watchers, I know there's lots of you. If you wanted to leave a comment for the first time, remember you will be with the chance of winning one of those books. I'll show you those again. Yeah, I did leave them within reach, because it would have been my mum's 100th birthday today. I'm giving away £100 worth of books. There's probably £200 worth of books, to be honest, but you know, 100th birthday, 100 books had a nice ring to them. But you will need to leave a comment, else I won't know that you're there. And it'll be for one of my YouTube subscribers. Oh, hi, Julie. Welcome along for the first time. Never commented before. One of our silent ones. You'll need to be a subscriber on YouTube or follow me on Facebook, please. I don't sleep a lot, to be honest, Raina. 3 books so far, 1 been signed. Ooh. I'm doing that ooh again. Mine and Kim's book, the Restitch, Restyle, Refashion, I think that's what it's called, is coming out in April. We're going to have the books on pre-order hopefully very soon. With the books, I think they're going to launch on Create and Craft. I don't know, but I think that's the idea. And they'll be signed. They're normally signed, so that's what happened. But we're going to put the books on pre-order on the website as soon as I can get a copy of one of them. And if you want it personally signed, so to a name, can't do that on the television shows, but we can do that on the website. So you'll need to leave me a comment when that happens. It's not on there yet, but when that happens, if you want to leave a comment saying, can you please sign this to somebody, or if it's a gift or something, then we can both do that for you. So that was the plan. I'm just waiting for a copy. There are copies of the book in the country and I haven't been sent one. Not happy. Jan started her overarm caddy. Right, now these are going to go together, right sides together, so I'm going to put a pin I don't mind which way the seam allowance goes. This wants to go towards the lining, so I'm just going to let it do what the heck it likes. So let's pop a pin in here. And new website, Mary. It's looking really nice. I'm really pleased with the way that it looks. Hopefully in about 3 weeks' time it'll be launching. We want it to be perfect, so there'll be a lot of testing going on once it's all set up. But it looks really good. Really pleased with it. So hopefully it'll be a lot easier for you to use and a lot easier for us as well. We've had quite a few issues with the website. Not quite a few. Well, one's too many, isn't it? That can't be fixed. So, and there's things that we can't do on the website, like the hints and tips and advice and projects and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're upgrading a little bit. But we've got most of my books on my website, Sarah, or you can order from Searchpress, but you won't get them signed. That's what I meant with the new book. If you want it signed, then if you want it signed personally to somebody, then my website's going to be the only place that you can do that. Oh, Trisha, yes, thank you. Oh gosh, forgot about that. Need to cut a couple of pieces of ribbon to make tabs for the cord to go through. Honestly, thank you so much that I've gone all the way around and not done that. Glad you're paying attention, because I'm not. Where the cord goes through at the bottom here, I've put 2 pieces of ribbon. You could do a little bit of fabric or something like that, but I've got some ribbon that match, so that's what I'm going to do there. And these measure 2 inches long. And so let's do that. So 2 inches there, 2 inches there. Gosh, it's the thing with these lives, isn't it? And these are going to go, so ignore the fact I've started putting the lining on there. These are going to go 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. So not right up to the bottom, because you've got your seam allowance and we don't want to trap that. So we want to leave enough space for a seam allowance at the bottom there. So 3/4 of an inch is a perfect distance. Oh, happy 31st wedding anniversary to Mel. Congratulations. 31 years. Valut, what's that? Valut Cook, is that your name? French, and started to follow you 4 years ago, and at the beginning I could not understand what you were saying, but you sounded very... I am very British, have to say. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. I try to, particularly with the YouTube videos, obviously not this one because it's chat, because it's live, so there's a lot of chat, because there's no point in being live without chat, is there? But on the videos that I make, like with this one afterwards, I do try to just concentrate on what I'm doing and point to what I'm doing. So if you don't speak English, then it might make it a little bit easier. Right, so I'm just going to sew down the sides to hold those in place, and I'm going to go backwards over that a few times to make it nice and secure, because there's going to be a bit of stress on these bits where the cord goes through. Let's see if we get into put those on. Right. No, Helene, the new website is my website. The Debbie Shaw Sewing one. Half Yard Club is not having a new website. In fact, that is an amazing website, as you probably know. So nothing's changing on the Half Yard Club. It's just my shop will be changing probably in about 3 weeks' time. Hopefully in about 3 weeks' time. But that doesn't. The two are completely separate. They're not linked at all. So whatever I do on my website has nothing to do with what happens on the Half Yard Club website. They're just they're not connected. They don't link up or anything. They're completely separate websites. Love the funny videos. So now we can sew all the way around, and we're just going to leave a turning gap in the bottom of the lining side. Oh, Erica, this is really simple. Again, if you want to make the bag and you just want the instructions, then have a look on YouTube later. I'll try and do it tonight. But have a look later on. I'll try and get this uploaded. Certainly by tomorrow it should be there. Okay. And back down the other side. I've just lost my foot pedal a moment. Reverse. I do reverse. I've got a reverse button on the front of my machine D. So if I show you when I come up to the end here. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Let me go backwards, let me go forwards. You can't see it. I've got a reverse button on the machine, so I do reverse using the button. I know, Karen, I have very old YouTube videos and some of them are a little bit embarrassing. But they get millions of views, so I kind of leave them up there. No, I won't be at the Creative Craft Show in March. Jean, I'm afraid, won't be there. I'm going to go to Stitchers. If anybody goes to the trade show, is it next week, week after next? I should be there. Right. Oh, Bobbin's lovely. She's, oh, thanks, Cheryl. She won't come out. It's chucking it down with rain outside at the moment, so there's no way she's going to come down here. A foot pedal stabiliser would be good. That would be good, Kim. I think about that an awful lot, but I never do one. So I'm turning it the right side out. And I know I haven't put the second half of the magnetic snap on. I'm going to do that now. And I do explain this in the YouTube video. Because it allows you to put the snap in exactly the right place. So I could have given you the measurements for it, but if your measurements aren't exactly the same as mine, or if you're making the bag in a different size, then it's nice to know how to figure out where to put the second half of the magnetic snap. So that's what we have. I'm not going to sew the opening closed in the end just yet. I'm going to push the lining inside, like so. And just so that the seam is sitting nicely on the top. I'm not going to iron that or anything at the moment. And then I can fold the flap over and mark exactly where I want that to be. Don't pull this too tight, we don't want it too tight. So maybe leave ½ an inch or so for the overlap at the top, and then you can mark where the snap goes to marry up with the half that you've already fitted. And then to belt and braces, we're going to measure that as well. That's 10.5, so that's 5¼ inches, just to make sure that's right there in the center. Then we'll undo the lining again, take the second half of the magnetic snap, which I've lost. Can anyone see what I've done with the snaps? Excuse me while I do that. I've got that, but I don't have the back. Oh no! Oh, I do, it's on the floor. Do bear with me while I pick everything up off the floor that I've just dropped down here. I could do that so you've got something a bit more interesting to look at than the top of my head. There we go. So, let's do as we did before. Take the back of the snap, make my 2 little marks here, and then we'll make those tiny little snips. Let's fold that over. No need to put any interfacing on the back of this one because it's already interfaced. Tiny snips here, and then push the snap through. The fat bit, so the bit with the magnet in it, goes in here, and then I can put the back on through the back there. And squish those open. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's the snap on. Now I can sew the opening closed. So I'm going to pull the sides away from each other and sew straight across. And as I've said so many times before, because we've done this a million times, if you wanted to make that an invisible seam, then hand sew it with a ladder stitch or an over edge stitch, or at least use the same colour thread. I'm using white on orange, which does kind of stand out, but you know, I don't really mind. And then we can push the lining inside the bag. Sylvia had her first sewing machine when she was 17, a Singer Capri. Oh, and you've still got that machine at 64. I can't remember the brand of my first sewing machine. My mum bought me one because I used hers all the time, and she bought me one when I was about 18, I think. But I can't remember. Begin with an M. I can't remember the name. It's from the sewing centre in Derby. Let's just give this a press. Oh, is Lisa here? Here? Is Lisa here? Let me just go back again. Oh, I can't see you, Lisa. Oh, hi, hello. How are you doing with the grandchildren? I was saying that we weren't expecting to see you today because you were looking after the grandkids because your kids are poorly. Right, so let's just give this a press. A Toyota machine with cogs. Whoa. Whoa, that nearly went. So I'm just pressing this around the top so that the seam is right on the edge here. Like so. And then I'm going to top stitch all the way around really close to the edge. Hello Marion, first time to comment. I love my tutorials and learn so much. Oh, thank you. Jack, I really do appreciate your comments. Thank you. It's nice to have you along. Come and comment again next time you're here. Remember, if you wanted to win one of those books, you've got to leave a comment. I also don't know that you're watching. Oh, thank you. Thank you for all the happy birthdays. If she is up there looking down, she'll love the attention, I have to say. She wouldn't admit that she loves the attention, but she would love the attention, my mother. Oh, Bethany, it happens all the time. Lynn's got a Nan's in 24 Singer. Oh, thank you very much, Knitty Needs, for the compliments. Thank you. Cold hot chocolate's not quite the same. So I'm literally, I don't know if you can see that, sewing all the way around, quite close to the seam. So just top stitching around here. I think it gives a really nice, neat kind of look and helps to keep the lining and the outer fabric bonded together. Keep going. Now we're probably going to be here for about another 15 minutes, so if you do want to be in with a chance of winning one of those books, I keep saying I've got 10 books and it's £100 worth. I've probably got about 15 books to give away and it's probably £200 worth, to be honest. But just leave me a comment. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. It's going to be for subscribers and followers on Facebook. So follow me on Facebook, subscribe to me on YouTube, leave me a comment, and then we'll have the computer generated thing where it picks out names. I'll do it in a couple of days because I know a lot of you that we're live now, but if you're watching in a couple of days time we won't be live. So if you're watching when we're not live, you're still in with a chance if you still leave a comment. So where are we? Wednesday. Let's do it on Friday. Let's do it on Friday, and then by Saturday morning we'll have all of the names, hopefully. And I'll send you a message on YouTube and put a post on Facebook, because I forgot, with the email address to leave me your name and address with, if you happen to be a winner. It's nice books as well, and you know, they're not from my old stash. They've been donated by Search Press. They're brand new books. Okay, so that's how we're looking. So that fastens over, and that's what the whole thing looks like. We need to make a channel for the cord to go through. Now I'm using piping cord. If you wanted to use ribbon or anything else, then that's fine. And again, measurements will be on YouTube, but let me just measure this if you want, if you don't want to wait for the YouTube thing. And you can alter the size of this. Better to have the cord a little bit too long than too short, because you can always cut them down to size. So I've got about 64 inches there. Do that in a second. Right, so I'm going to make a mark. half an inch from the top and draw a line straight across. Test with these pens if you're going to use a friction pen. We don't sell these on the website, but if you're going to use heat erasable pens, they're not normally made for fabric and they can bleach the fabric, so do a test first if you're going to use a heat erasable pen. And then the next line is 1 inch down, so that's half an inch and that's 1 inch, and let's do the same on the other side. So there are different ways of doing channels. If you wanted to have a look around, you could actually add a channel to go over the top of here. I just wanted to create something that was quite quick and quite easy for you to do. And that goes there. Then I'm going to slip off the accessory compartment on my machine, slip this over the top, and then we'll sew all the way around both lines. Same fabric for the handles. Haven't got handles on this. Oh, you could make some yes, you could make a very fine, if you've got one of those tube turns, the prim tube turns, you can make some very fine cord for the handles. That would work. Or if you can make something that's about half an inch wide maximum, the same way as you make bias binding, something like that, then yes, you could use fabric, that would work. So again, just sewing all the way around. Thank you for the birthday wishes for my mother. I think she would be very silently very pleased with all of the attention. I wish I could show you a picture. She was a very attractive lady, my mother. So again, just all the way around and over the seam, and just carry on all the way around. So I've sewn around both lines. Should have hated being 100 though, should have hated that. So she was a miserable 80, never mind 100. Oh, wouldn't have been worth living. Wouldn't have been worth living with. I'll try and put one on Facebook. I've got a picture that I was going to show you. It's actually a 21st birthday picture, and I couldn't get it to upload onto my software to show you. But I'll try and put a picture of her on Facebook. Yeah, she would be very proud, Jean, but she wouldn't let me know that. Don't get told that you're proud of anybody. Right, so let's just iron away those lines. Oh, it's Wendy's mum's birthday today as well. Yeah, 16th of Feb. 100 years older. And my dad was 4 years younger. So last month he would have been 96. He'd have hated that. My dad was one of those very proud gentlemen that always wore a collar and tie. He wore overalls to work because he was a lorry driver, but underneath those overalls he'd wear a collar and tie. So it's a nice generation, that, isn't it? Right. So that is the bag finished just without the cord, so we need to put the cord in now. So I need to take my quick unpick, which you know I can never find because I never use the thing. And I'm just going to unpick the stitches in between these two lines on this side. So I'm not going all the way through the lining, and I'm not going right up to the stitches. So about half an inch or so will be fine. So let's just unpick a few of these, and then the same on this side. That'll do. Then take your cord and a safety pin, and oh, got a knot in that, and I'm going to tie a knot right at the end. If you put your pin straight into the cord without knotting, it's just going to fray all over the place. So, oh, bye Margaret, we'll see you again on Saturday. Thank you for staying with us today. Been here for ages, haven't we? Been here for an hour and a half. I haven't finished yet. Oh gosh, Christine's dad would have been 102 next Tuesday. Miss him. You never stop missing them, do you? Never stop missing them. Oh, hello Nikki, just got back from here. We're not normally here this late, are we? I've just been going on a bit. We have shared loads of new fabrics to show you earlier on, so do have a look back. Right, if we've still got it. We normally sell out of fabrics really quickly. Gina's mum would have been 78 and Dad was 4 years younger. Oh, it's actually really windy here as well, but Gary's come and shut the door for me so it's not banging. Right, so pin through your knot and then we're going to thread this through. Oh no, we're going to start here. So in through the loop at the bottom, like so, and then into the side of your channel, and we'll thread this all the way around. Thank you, Helene. I wish I had more books, to be honest, but it doesn't matter where in the world you are either. So you know, don't worry about being outside the UK. Everybody is in with the chance of winning one of the books. Thanks, Wendy. Oh, thank you, Kerry. That's really sweet of you. And I'm going all the way around with this, all the way around to the other side. And again, there will be, I know I keep saying it, but people come and go all the time, don't they? There will be the YouTube video later on. Gay's mum is going to be 99 on the 21st. She's still with you, Gay. Amazing. So I wish she was still here, but she wouldn't half be miserable. Right, and out the other side. Imagine, Mum had a lot of ailments, so had every right to be miserable, I suppose. And then back down this side again. So back through here. And then the idea is that you tie a really big knot in the end of these so it doesn't go back through that ribbon loop. Okay, so we don't want that to pull back through, so a nice big fat knot, and that's one side done. And then we'll need to do the same with the second piece, but we're going to go round in the opposite direction. So just like before. Oh, hi Diane, thank you. That was a long time ago. When did I leave Crane Craft? 5 years, 6 years, long time ago that. I'm in Lincolnshire, Dominique. Yeah, we're still alive. I just haven't shut up yet. Yeah, we're still here. We're still here. We'll be here in an hour, still here. Just like before. I'm going to go in through the ribbon loop at the bottom, up to the top, and then around. So I'm going in the opposite direction to the first one. Oh, thanks, Lorraine. All right, so pull that through there, and then here. Sue's got a sweatshop in the dining room. My whole house is a sweatshop, Sue. Right, so just feed that through. Again, you've got a big knot in the end of the cord. You could use ribbon if you wanted to instead, or a finer cord, but I just thought this cord, like I said, was quite nice. And it's oh, thank you, Patricia. It's a different way of using cord as well. No dinner in everyone's house, touch Sharon. I don't do any cooking, you know. Gary does all the cooking. He loves it. I can cook. It's a bit big for a bodkin, Tracy. That's why I've got my safety pin. And the awards. I haven't heard anything, but normally the awards are given at Stitches at the trade show, which is February. It's the 27th, so I should be there, but I haven't had a notification to say, please can you come and collect your awards. And I quite like that because you get it in a frame and everything. I've got 2 awards that I've won, and then a few highly commenders as well. Tracy's husband does 99% of. I think Gary does 100. I don't do anything. He loves it. Elizabeth says help. Oh, sorry, missed that one. Sorry if I missed your comments. You're scrolling around really quickly. So I'm going out the other side. So all I'm doing here, I'm going in this side now and coming out here. Oh no, I'm doing that one. And then back down to here again. So it's just the same as the first time round, but in the opposite direction. We're nearly done. I'll let you go in a minute. 2 sets of tea cozies and oven gloves using to it. Oh, that's nice. All right, and then back through again. It's quite there's quite a lot of stuff to pull through here, but persevere, it'll come through. This is why we sewed over the tabs a few times to make that the tab nice and strong. And then remember, we need a really big knot so it doesn't pull back through again. Oh, Dominique, this is why I keep going wrong, reading your comments at the same time as I'm sewing. So let's just even that up a little bit. And that is my backpack done. So that fastens over with a flap. Pull those two together, and that draws the drawstring up. And then that is ready to sling on your back. And off you go. That's all right, Leanne. So it's nice, isn't it? It's a nice little size for kids as well. I mean, my grandchildren are, how old are they? 1, 4 and 6. I think perfect size for any of them. But remember, you can adjust that. If you've got them there handy to try it on, then maybe for a younger one like my grandson, that may be a little bit shorter to fit over his back because he's only diddy. So you can adjust that as well. So I'll put all of the measurements and the cutting instructions on the YouTube video in the description box underneath the video, in centimetres and in inches as well. So if you've been watching and I'm all in inches and you don't get it, then that'll be on there as well. It may be Vienna. She does like a zoo animal. She's just I made a child's backpack for YouTube. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. She's just found that, so she's got a Harry Potter backpack. She loves a bit of Harry Potter. And she's got the dinosaur, you know, the cushion that I made the other day, the reading cushion. She's got the dinosaur one of those as well, because she loves the dinosaurs. 2 key cozies from Debbie's pattern. I'm glad you like those, Christine. Thank you. So let me show you the books I've got again. Just in case you weren't watching right at the beginning. Underneath all of these amazing new fabrics that we've got on the website. Oh gosh, wrist's not doing very well. Ooh. I've actually got about 15 books. I haven't got them all here. All brand new. Some of them have only just launched. So let's say 15 of you. So I've got a couple of £100 worth of books to give away. You'll get either the 8 of quilting, Debbie Von Grabbert Crochet's machine sewing for beginners, overlockers, same for the beginners, patchwork applique, Linda Stewart. I've got Carolyn Forster. I've got a couple of those actually. Beginner's Guide to Sewing Machines, and that is a Jennifer Taylor book, Your Skirt Your Way, the 8 of Sewing. And just to explain again, if you're a subscriber to YouTube or you follow me on Facebook, Kim's going to go into one of these computer generation app affairs and pick out 15, I was saying 15, I was going to say 10, let's pick out 15 names. Hopefully by Saturday morning we'll have all of the names for you and we'll send you a book. I don't care where in the world you are, so don't think this is UK only, this is anywhere you are. So you will need to leave a comment. Because otherwise we won't know that you're there. So if you leave me a comment, I'll put a list of all of the names as soon as we've done this, so Friday night or Saturday morning or something like that, with an email address so that you can contact me and send me your address so that I can post you a book out. And that's what I was saying, £100 worth of books to celebrate my mum's 100th birthday, but there's probably £200 worth of books there. Oh, could you imagine her at 200? She'd be bad enough at 100. I can sign your gift for you if you like, Brenda. Absolutely. Let me know if you want it signing. If it's a gift that you want to give to somebody else, maybe you want it signing to them, or maybe you just don't want my signature. That's up to you. But when you send me your address, if you want it signing, then just let me know. I mean, they're not my books, so it might be a bit odd having my signature in it, but if you want them signing, then fine. That overlocker book. Oh, and remember as well, I say remember, but you won't remember if you don't know, will you? You can get 20% off any Search Press book. So any one of these books, if you don't win it and you want to buy it, if you go to the Search Press website and enter the code DD105, I'll put a post on about that as well. So you can get 20% discount on any book, and free postage if you spend over £20. That is UK only though, I'm afraid. And of course, if you're a member of the Half Yard Club, you get 30% off any of my books, even on pre-order. And I've got 2 books coming out in April, so that's worth doing, isn't it? You won't get those signed though. Susan's going to raid her fabric collection. Oh, thank you, Teresa. That's really... Oh, let me turn the iron off. Right, so I'm going to be back again on Saturday morning. Well, didn't it? I love those fabrics. Those are the new Fisher-Price ones. I'm not sure if there's any left now, but brand new on the websites. Have a look on debbieshawsewing.com, and don't forget your Half Yard Club discount of 10% if you're a Half Yard Club member. If you wanted to order those. And actually, if you ordered half a metre of all 3 and the lining, I've used orange on this one, you'll be able to make at least 2 of those for your half yards. There's probably more than that, there's loads left. Okay, well, I shall see you again on Saturday morning. Thank you so very much for joining me today. And I've got to give my sister a ring, actually. She messaged me earlier on saying, do you remember it's Mum's 100th birthday? Yes, I know. 100, yeah, honestly, old, isn't it? Thank you, Glenine, that's a lovely name. Comment and being, that's all you need to do. Thank you, Jilly. Comment, be a follower on Facebook, be a subscriber on YouTube, and everyone's in with a chance of winning, no matter where you are. Thank you, IoT. Karen, see you Saturday. Living Love, see you Saturday. See you, Alan. Leanne, Cher Crovu with a sexy name. Leanne, I might see us Saturday. Thank you. But carry on commenting, because it's not just in the live. We're going to keep looking at your comments over the next couple of days, and then so Kim will generate some winners, purely so that I'm not responsible for choosing or not choosing you. All right, well, you enjoy the rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you again on Saturday. If not, I'll be here again next Wednesday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You take care of yourself. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.